Man, 2 years ago, started this whole journey for the podcast and the YouTube channel and all the other content that I put out on social medias and the blog and more YouTube content. But 2 years into this, man, and I just want to be completely honest and say there were moments when I felt like giving up. You know, sometimes it can be taxing to do this every day because to be a content creator is you become slave or even prisoner to your passion, and you have to work at it every single day. You can put out some of the dopest content on Friday, and before the clock strikes 12 on Saturday night, you are forgotten about. You have to stay consistent and keep going. There was even one point where I did stop. You know, I was giving it to y'all consistently at one point in 2019, and then at some point I just stopped. I don't know. I guess I was unmotivated. I was, not seeing the fruits of my labor come to me as quickly as I thought. I mean, even to this day, and I'll be honest with y'all, even to this day, I haven't made a dime off of DYSG. But at the same time, I don't do it for that reason. I'm not doing this to make money. I'm not even doing this for fame or accolades. I'm doing this because I actually like doing it. I like getting up and recording the podcast. I like posting my favorite comic book of the week. I like recording videos with my son. It's bonding time for me and him. You know, I like doing these live interviews with people who I think are some of the dopest people I have ever seen in my life. I enjoy this stuff. So even if I'd never get paid for it, I'd probably still do it because I enjoy it and I love it. For some reason, some of y'all love when I do it. And I sincerely, from the bottom of my heart, appreciate every single one of y'all who have subscribed, who have liked, followed, commented, shared any of my stuff. I love y'all from the bottom of my heart. 2 years in, who knows how many more to go, but it's going to be fun. Yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, blurds and nerds, freaks and geeks, this is Do You Speak Geek, episode 68. Welcome to the ride, everybody. This is Do You Speak Geek. I am your host, Nix. Hopefully y'all have been having a good week. Hopefully everyone has shaken off the shock and the feelings and emotions from the ending of WandaVision. And you all are here joining me for the pod. So what's up? How y'all doing? Again, Do You Speak Geek? 2 years in, man. Thanks everybody who's been rocking with me so far. And if you're new to the podcast, welcome to Do You Speak Geek. This is the podcast where we bring you the latest and greatest in geek realm news. Shout out to everybody who has been checking in. You can listen to the podcast at Spreaker. Spreaker is the home team. If you're not checking us out on Spreaker, please be sure to go to Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Spotify, iHeartRadio. We're kinda everywhere. DoYouSpeakGeek.com, the place, the central hub where you can find everything DYSG. New blogs are coming soon. Also, new entries into content that you guys are going to be enjoying that are most likely going to be exclusively on the website. So keep a lookout for that. Follow us on our social medias, Facebook at DYSGFB, Twitter at DYSG_tweets, and Instagram at Do You Speak Geek. We recently had a DYSG live interview with the phenomenal Crazy 8 the Great, and we got one coming up with the fantastic Frankie. So please look out for those. YouTube, the only place where you can find the Dono and Daddy show. We just dropped a brand new First Friday Fights video. Shodo Todoroki. No, not Todoroki. Sorry. Dom's gonna kill me. Katsuki Bakugo versus Gambit. And we're dropping our review of the whole WandaVision series. So please go to YouTube, subscribe, like, Hulk, smash that bell for all notifications, and leave your comments. We want to know what y'all think. Not a lot of big news, really not a lot of news this week at all, to be honest with you. But we still got stuff to talk about. So let's go ahead and hop into my favorite portion of the show. Y'all know what it is. Source Wall.
Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Behold the Source Wall.
Can you read, my son?
Well, that depends.
There is nothing wrong with reading a story and looking at the pictures.
Enough said, Stan. Let's jump right into it. The pull list this week. Infinite Frontier Zero. The next phase of the DC universe begins here. Dark Knight's Metal presented the darkest threats of the DC multiverse. DC Future State revealed what may lie ahead. Now it's time to look into the infinite frontier of the current day DC universe. In Gotham City, the Joker jolts citizens awake with an attack even the Dark Knight never expected. In Brazil, a young woman discovers her destiny and her connection to the Amazons. In Belle Reve, whoever you are, Amanda Waller plots an invasion of Arkham Asylum. In the far reaches of space, Mongol dreams of galactic domination, while the Green Lantern Corps hosts a summit of its greatest enemies. At the Hall of Justice, the Justice League joins forces with Black Adam. Beyond the mortal world, Wonder Woman settles into a new role in the God Sphere. And somewhere in the DC universe, it's the return of Stargirl in an all-new tale written by the homie Jeff Johns. This was a pretty good one, I will say. It's definitely setting up a lot of new stuff heading into DC in the future, and we'll see where this goes until the next reboot. Berserker #1. This was the Source Wall Wednesday pick of the week. Discover the next blockbuster action franchise from the iconic Keanu Reeves in his must-see comic book writing debut alongside New York Times bestselling co-writer Matt Nint. The story follows a man known as Berserker, half mortal and half god, cursed and compelled to violence, even at the sacrifice of his sanity. But after wandering the world for centuries, Berserker may have finally found a refuge, working for the US government to fight the battles too violent and too dangerous for anyone else. In exchange, Berserker will be granted the one thing he desires: the truth about his endless, blood-soaked existence and how to end it. This one was good. I was really thinking like, Keanu Reeves, a celebrity writer, whatever. Yo, this one was actually dope. Check that out if you get a chance to. Nocterra #1, written by the homie Scott Snyder. 10 years after the world is plunged into a everlasting night that turns all living creatures into monstrous shades, the only way to survive is to stay close to artificial light. Enter Valentina Val Riggs, a skilled ferryman who transports people and goods along deadly unlit roads with her heavily illuminated 18-wheeler. This one was interesting. I want to see where the book goes with this one. So, Nocterra, Image Comics, Scott Snyder, keep doing your thing, homie. And finally, we have Star Wars: The High Republic #3, a dark mystery only the Jedi can unravel. But at what cost? A planet stricken by a mysterious blight, one Jedi missing, and another driven insane. What horrors lurk in the darkness beneath the rotting crops? Death is averted, but a terrible union is formed. Can Keeve Trennis protect an innocent life while facing betrayal from within her own order? Maybe so, maybe not. Y'all check it out, find out for yourselves. In Source Wall news, Marvel announces the return of the Infinity Stones. Now, the Infinity Stones return to Marvel Universe in Infinite Destinies. This is a new storyline playing out throughout the upcoming Marvel Comics annuals being released in June. The annuals each spotlighting different Marvel characters and leading into the Infinity Score, a story starring Black Cat. The tales will trace the whereabouts of the Infinity Stones, which were given sentience at the end of the Infinity Wars event back, I think, last year, becoming able to choose their destinies. Now, some have fallen into the hands of some of Marvel's newest characters. This event will see newcomers tangling with some of Marvel's most iconic heroes, including Iron Man and Captain America. The event's going to begin with Iron Man Annual Number 1, written by Jed McKay and artists E.M. Brote and Ibram Robson. Chapter 2 will be in Captain America Annual Number 1, written by Jerry Duggan and Mark Costello. And the story will continue in the Black Cat Annual Number 1 by Jed McKay once again, and this time artist Joey Vasquez. It's going to be interesting to see how these stones have taken sentience and who they're going to be paired up with and battling throughout this entire thing. Infinite Score should be good. A little bit of a heist thing going on here with the Infinity Stones. Sound familiar? Maybe, maybe not. I don't know, but we will see. Let's watch this.
Watch this, y'all. Thunder.
Lannister always pays his debts.
Whoa, dude.
I am the villain of the story.
All right, y'all, you couch potatoes and you bingers out there. The Space Jam, A New Legacy, has revealed its first few set of photos. Now, the movie is going to be starring not Michael Jordan this time, but basketball icon and activist LeBron James will be taking over for his airness. Rumors and reports about James taking on a new Space Jam had been swirling for years, and he has officially signed on. And we now see that he is going to be joining the Toon Squad to take court. The movie is going to be arriving in theaters and on HBO Max in July on the 16th. And fans are anxious to see what the new installment has in store. While we do have a few months to wait for that, we at least have a glimpse of what is on the way. This past Thursday, Entertainment Weekly released official photos from the magazine featuring James and the Looney Tunes. In addition to James and Bugs Bunny, the photos also share a look at the film's villain, probably played by Don Cheadle. He's in the movie, but he's probably the villain, maybe, maybe not. Now, the photos were dope and everything. Here's my problem with this whole thing. And I don't have a problem with the movie, but there were photos released and everyone saw a noticeable difference from Lola Bunny from the previous film to this one. And it looks to me like they have really toned down the over-sexualization of how the character is drawn. And again, I'm not here to kink shame anybody, but it seems like a lot of you fanboys really got upset about how Lola Bunny looks right now. And it's like, that bothers you? Like, you can't fap the Lola Bunny anymore? Is that the problem? I mean, dude, like, what? I don't understand it. My man Navy Montel would say, "You basement virgins kill me," and yeah, you basement virgins kill me. But I think it's a good look. You know, it's supposed to be catered towards kids. Let's do that, okay? Anyway, moving on. Harry Potter sequels. Warner Media's CEO on the possibility of expanding the franchise at HBO Max. Now, Jason Keller, who's the chief at Warner Media, has talked about the potential expansion of the Harry Potter movie franchise on HBO Max. According to The Hollywood Reporter, Keller made an appearance at an investors conference on this past Thursday where he seemingly cast the proverbial Loomis chair and shed a little bit of light on the subject of Harry Potter projects at HBO Max. He noted that there was a lot of potential for sequels and spinoffs, though he stayed in the Silencio spell and didn't reveal any firm development plans. This comes shortly after a report that emerged of a Harry Potter TV series being in early development at HBO Max. Sources indicated that broad ideas for the projects have been discussed, but no deals have been made. As of right now, from Hollywood Reporter, there is no Harry Potter series in development at the studio or on the streaming platform. That's probably a lie. They say that to throw us off. We know it's coming. Just give us details. It's fine. But more sequels, more movies. I'm pretty sure Harry Potter fans out there are extremely excited. Yeah, let's do it. Let's make this content and get it on the show. Let's get it on this streaming platform and let's go back to the Wizarding World. Yes, let's do that. Let's hop into Film Life.
Peace, love, and video games!
It's on like Donkey Kong.
That man is playing Galaga.
All right, gamers. Sony is going to be discontinuing the PlayStation Store movie and TV purchases and rentals. It announced that it's going to discontinue the stuff that's going on there as far as TV and movies goes, revealed on the PlayStation blog. The store will no longer offer movie and TV purchases or rentals through the PlayStation Store as of August 31st. According to Sony, the decision was made after observing tremendous growth from PlayStation fans using subscription-based and ad-based entertainment streaming services such as Netflix, YouTube, Disney Plus, and others. Users will still have access to the content they've purchased beyond the August 31st deadline, with the movies and TV shows available for on-demand playback across the PS4 and PS5 as well as mobile devices. So, for those of you who have been heavily purchasing content for movies and TV from PlayStation Store, you will still have access to it. You can still play it, still stream it. However, let's not be looking for the Black Widow movie to be on there. Or anywhere for that matter. I'm sorry, I'm just bitter. And last thing we have is Bethesda could reportedly hold its own showcase separate from Xbox this summer. Now, even though it's being owned by Microsoft and to join Xbox Game Studios, it sounds like gaming publisher Bethesda could still be operating somewhat independently as we move throughout 2021. Now, mentioned by GamesBeat's Jeff Grubb, he expects Bethesda to still look to hold its own presentation this summer in the window of which E3 would normally take place. Grubb said that this is mostly because publishers typically began planning their reveals and even events for the summer earlier than one would initially think. As such, since Xbox deal with acquired Bethesda is only just now becoming official, each company has been planning its own events separate from one another for quite some time. Rather than ruin those plans, Xbox might just let Bethesda continue on its own as it would normally this summer. I said all that to say, Elder Scrolls. Just give us Elder Scrolls. Give us something, you know? A nice little trailer would do. Alright. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and hop out of here. Again, thank you all so much for listening. Please, please, please follow the content, subscribe to the content, like the content. Let me know what you think about that content. Visit the website, doyouspeakgeek.com. Follow us on social medias, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Check out the YouTube channel, subscribe, like, and follow us there. As always, people, live to play to win, win to live. I speak geek. Do you speak geek?